Katrina, Ike, Rita, all names of devastating hurricanes that have hit the Gulf Coast just in the past few years. But despite all that, a new poll shows that Gulf Coast residents aren't all that concerned about hurricanes.
More than half of coastal residents would not evacuate if a major storm was roaring their way unless they were ordered to, and 55% have no family disaster plan. 62% say they feel no threat from storms. That number actually higher this year than last year. We've got our hurricane expert, Dr. Steve Lyons, in the house. Good morning, Dr. Lyons.
Morning.
So, Steve, why the apathy, what do you think?
Well, I think it's an optimistic view we Americans have. It's not going to hit me. It's going to hit somebody else. I don't need to do anything right now. If it comes close, then I'll do something. So it's partly that. Part of it is that, well, I want to do something. I don't have any money to do it. And then, of course, the third thing is probably whatever happens to me, the government's going to bail me out, or my insurance company is going to pay for everything, but try to get insurance after your house is destroyed.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem this year, as a matter of fact,
Exactly.
for a lot of people.
So you want to retrofit your home as best you can before it happens.
So what are some of those other important things that people need to know, do?
Well, number one, you need a plan. If you're asked to evacuate, obey or follow the emergency manager's suggestions. They're aware of your area, localized area, and if they tell you to evacuate, you need to go. If they don't tell you to evacuate, that usually means you don't have to go unless you have some special circumstances. So have that plan, where you're going to go, have some alternate routes there. Prepare your house, bring in all the loose things outside and put them in. Put up your shutters. Take care of your pets. Don't leave them behind and outside. There's so many lost and stray animals afterwards. Make sure you have some money. You have to have money. If the power goes out, ATM machines don't work.
Yeah, that's right.
So money speaks there. And make sure you have some supplies if you stay behind and the power goes out, you can't get water. Make sure you have water, some food, canned foods, and things like that.
That could last you for weeks even. And Steve, you know, I think a lot of folks think that hurricane season is only a problem for people who live right along the coastline. But I mean, Tropical Storm Faye, perfect example of why that is not the case.
Oh, that's right. We have major flooding that can happen. And one of the classic examples, 1969, we had a major hurricane, a Category 5 hurricane hit the Gulf Coast. But by the time it moved inland, it killed almost as many people in Virginia, 1,500 miles to the north, as it did on the Gulf Coast. And there you see some of the hurricane damage from flooding that can happen anywhere in the country. It can landfall very far from where it can flood, and people can die very far away. So people in Atlanta, the Weather Channel is there. I say, well, thank goodness we don't have a hurricane problem. If something slows down, even if it's a remnant circulation here in Atlanta, we can have a massive flooding event here in Atlanta.
Yeah, didn't Opal cause problems in Atlanta?
Opal was one of them that did cause some wind problems as well, some pretty strong winds. But slow movers, if they stop anywhere along the track inland, you can have some massive flooding.
And that's why people shouldn't just look at that Saffir-Simpson scale and where the winds are thinking, hey, Category 1, I'm good. Because if the rain is with it and it's heavy and it's slow, you've got a problem.
That's right. The hurricane footprint has 5 toes: winds, waves, water rise, rainfall, flooding, and of course the baby toe is the tornado threat.
That's right. All very real threats, certainly. We need to take them all very seriously. Thank you very much, Steve.
You're welcome.
All right. Thanks so much. We'll be talking to Dr. Lyons later, by the way. So a lot of good information coming up. Good primer as we get ready to start the season.